They have sold nearly 1 million career albums and toured the world with anyone from The Killers to Paramore, at the moment with Fun. They're going to be on the Today Show this Monday morning and performing with Katy Perry in October. The album is Heartthrob. The single that won't get out of your head is Closer. I'm talking about Tegan and Sara. And Sara joins us live right now. How are you, girl?
Things are really great. We're just wrapping up this very long tour with Fun, and it's been a fantastic 3 months. And I think we're all excited to go home, but we're also thrilled with the success of Closer on radio right now.
Yeah, now speaking of that, I've got to thank you for a couple of things here to start off. Number one, like you said, Closer. It's my new favorite song. The damn thing won't get out of my head. Does it constantly all the time.
That's awesome. Well, I both apologize, and also I'm really excited about that.
It's a great driving song, by the way. Have you ever just gone, 90 in a 75? Jamming to that? Windows
I'm
down?
Canadian. I don't break rules like that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Now, second of all, I've also got to thank you. I'm single at the moment, but hopefully in the near future, I'll be using these. Thank you for sending those Tegan and Sara condoms to the radio station.
Oh boy, I'm blushing. Yes, I mean this is happening all the time. I can't remember which band it was, but I just saw this morning some website was talking about how they were doing condoms, and I was like, oh God, we're like one of those bands that's like sending out weird condoms to like radio stations and probably people who shouldn't be having sex yet. But anyways, I think they look great, and I'm glad that you'll be thinking of us next time you do it.
Yeah, well, so. It's all about safety. Daft Punk's got some, so why not Tegan and Sara, right?
Daft Punk, yeah, exactly. Yeah, there was somebody else now. I just wish I could remember. It was so funny. It was a band that I would never. It might have been M83 and the Killers that they did. Maybe they did something, or I don't know. I guess this is all the new rage, so it's very exciting.
Well, let's just hope it wasn't One Direction, all right?
Okay, I mean, see what I'm saying? Kids that shouldn't be having sex
yet. Right. Okay, so I'm assuming you guys have been around. A lot of people don't know on the top 40 charts. You guys have had 7 albums. You've been around. It's not your first rodeo. You've been to KC though, haven't you? At some point, Kansas City.
Absolutely, yeah. Actually, interestingly enough, we had to date we've only really had one other sort of moment on radio. It was when alternative radio was sort of really taking off in the early 2000s, and we had a song called "Walking with a Ghost" do very well on an alternative radio station in Kansas City.
Oh, very nice.
And we actually went to Kansas City, and we had never really played there before, and we did a big radio event there, and we're weirdly popular, like disproportionately popular in Kansas City at the time to everywhere else in the United States, because we were getting all this play with Walking with a Ghost, but totally different format than Top 40.
Right, and we're going to make you even bigger. And by the way, have you ever had Kansas City barbecue before?
Oh God, yeah, of course.
Okay.
Absolutely delicious. I mean, we're like sort of barbecue connoisseurs.
I love it. Okay, so let's talk about Monday morning. You've got to be excited. The Today Show.
Yeah, I feel a little nervous. I mean, we've done a lot of high-profile TV, but it sort of never stops feeling like, you've got to do your best, look your best, sound your best. And so we're really grateful for the opportunity, and hopefully it'll all turn out great.
And you get to perform alongside, for a great cause, Katy Perry, Ellie Goulding, Sara Bareilles, amongst others. Tell us more about that.
Yes, so that's happening in October, at the end of October at the Hollywood Bowl in Los Angeles, and we got the invite from Katy Perry, and it's an amazing fundraiser for breast cancer. And all the ladies you just listed are wonderful, and we're big fans. And very specifically, we love Sara Bareilles. We're friends with her, and so it'll be. I think it's going to be a really great night.
Now, humanitarian-wise, let's stay on that subject here for a second. I got to give you guys some props from LGBT stuff. You've battled for that, cancer research, music education, literacy. How important is that, and how rewarding is it for you to be able to not only make the music but also help the people?
I think because our job is all about interfacing with people, it's sort of a natural step. You just sort of you start to feel like you want to ally with certain causes that make sense to you, and especially stuff that has to do with gay rights, but also with the way that intersects with teenagers. I think that we see that we have an opportunity to sort of speak out and speak about things that are important to us, and that sort of trickles down and allows a whole generation of kids to feel like, hey, look at these guys, they're doing music, and they're out in the world, and things look good for them, and life is going to be good for me. And it's the real sort of basic exchange, but it's very satisfying for us.
We're talking to Sara from Tegan and Sara. How cool is it having an identical twin? And then have you ever dated someone and had them, get confused which one they were kissing or something? Has that ever happened?
Oh Lord, no. I mean, I think our personalities are fairly distinct enough that there's never been any confusion like that. Maybe there was a couple of hazy years in high school where someone not completely sober might have made a mistake here or there, but we've not had any Parent Trap moments. Nothing too no hijinks for us.
Like we mentioned earlier, 7th album in 13 years, the new record, Heartthrob. It's different from anything else you guys have done. Now, I've read that in the past, kind of, you wrote your songs, Tegan wrote her songs, and then it was kind of one or the other. But on this album, it's actually like together you wrote them. How has that helped you evolve on this record, I guess is what I'm asking.
I think we strengthen each other's material. It's still important to us to sort of have that time, to compose individually and sort of separately and allow the ideas to sort of, get fleshed out a bit. But, when I take something that I've written to Tegan, she always helps sort of take it to the next level. Even just the smallest suggestion or contribution from her, I think just makes the song that much better. So it's a great working relationship. I think it's very specific to our band. I know lots of different ways that bands work, and I think you sort of find your rhythm and you sort of go with it, and it's been successful for us 7 albums in.
Now, the song I love that's like bubble gum, I keep chewing it, Closer. Tell us how that song was kind of born. Like, do you remember the moment that you came up with it? Where were you at? Did you know right away it would be a hit? All that kind of stuff.
Tegan sent me a demo version of it, and yes, I did sort of have that. Oh my God, this is a great little hook. It was. I mean, the chorus wasn't totally there yet, but that initial that closer, like that, like little hook on the end of it, was there even in the demo. And I just remember telling Tegan, "Oh, this sounds really different for you," and I think it's a first listen song, and like we should keep working it. And then when we got into the studio, we really, really hammered out the chorus. We tried, dozens of ideas just to see if we could, we wanted the most hooky chorus that we could possibly write. So it did take some work. I always hear these stories about these big hit songs, and people will say, "Oh, I wrote that in like 2 minutes," and that was not this song. We definitely worked at it.
Now, how about the video for that? I love the VCR at the beginning and stuff, and the TV. That's not your stuff, is it? Those old school props in there?
Yeah, seriously. That's us aging ourselves slightly, but born in 1980. So
Me too.
It's like riding a bike. You never forget how to put a VHS into the VCR. It sort of just all works together. Anyway, we loved the idea. It was a fun way to get us to have a performance in the video that didn't feel faked. Sometimes with these videos, people want you to be acting crazy and performing. It can feel like you're a robot. And the karaoke element really allowed us to sort of be ourselves and be kind of sort of goofballs and dance around.
I've read some people say that Closer sounds a bit 80s and a bit Gwen Stefani. Are you cool with that?
Oh, yeah. We've heard that. We've heard Katy Perry. Maybe not as popular in the United States just yet, but there's a Swedish pop star by the name of Robin, and she's a big influence on us. I love that. I love that sort of like slick but complicated pop earworm stuff that a lot of those ladies are doing, and it's a high compliment to us.
How cool is it performing that with Taylor Swift?
Oh my God, amazing. She's phenomenal. We really admire her, and all of this is just so new to us. We've always been sort of more in the indie rock kind of underground scene, and to suddenly be on stage with Taylor Swift, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's like suddenly like Oprah likes you. It just feels really crazy. Like you can't believe that they know who you are. And her audience is fantastic, and they've been so nice, and they had a great response to the song. So it's all been really positive.
Now, you got to perform with Macklemore in the home country of Canada, right? Is that correct?
We did, in Montreal. Yeah, we played. There's a big festival in Montreal called Osheaga, so we hooked up there and performed together, and it was that was really a career highlight. Very, very cool moment.
Now, last couple of questions. I know you're in a hurry here, but real quick, you girls are obviously not new to the industry. It's your 7th record, but kind of your first time breaking into the whole mainstream pop world. And I got to tell you, I love how you two are embracing that, because some artists are like, "Oh, I'm not going to sell out. I'm too cool for pop." Are you guys having as much or more fun now than ever?
Oh my God, more fun. We look at it as like it's a wonderful. It's just a wonderful time for our career. It just feels like, we're not pop radio isn't bringing people that we don't like to the shows. It's bringing more people that we do like to the shows. And so for us, it's like, we're not snobby. I think there were years where we preferred the path we were taking. We really, we sort of associated with and participated in a scene of music that wasn't necessarily represented on pop radio, but times have changed, and there's a lot of music right now on pop radio that I really like. People we've already mentioned in this interview, as well as other people, like right now our tour mates, Fun. They've had amazing success on pop radio this year, and so I think as the landscape on pop has changed, it's come in line with what we're interested in right now in our music. So no, we're not sad. We're feeling really excited at the opportunity.
Well, before we let you go, A, we got to get you to KC soon, but B, tell us about the record.
Absolutely, yeah. So the record is called Heartthrob, and obviously Closer is on there, and 9 other of your favorite tracks that you've never heard, but you'll hear and you'll never get them out of your head, and you'll be so excited you got the record. And you can get it, I don't know, anywhere, I think the internet, right?
Yeah, well, I don't know. What's that?
Well, yeah, that's how I basically approach it. No, it's pretty much everywhere right now. So it's easy to find, especially TeganandSara.com. That's a great place to start. And and thanks again for having me on.
Thanks so much for your time. I can't wait to get you here. And one of these days, maybe your song will get out of my head. One of these.
Man, I hope not.
It's haunting me in my dreams lately. So.
Well, thanks for the support. We really appreciate it.
All right, take care. We'll talk to you soon.
Take care. Bye.